Welcome to Safarini. This is Judy Mzungu Hakula. As we prepare for Father's Day, today we are joined by Pastor Pascal Amboka, who will help us explore the place of our father from a biblical perspective and give hope to those of us who don't have biological fathers. Listen in.
One of the most important cries that I believe this generation should have is called the Esau's cry. The Esau's cry is the cry for the father's blessing. Esau, in the book of Genesis chapter 27 verse 38, he cried and he said, "Oh my father, that you would bless me." And he said, "Don't you even have one more blessing to bless me?" He cried for the blessing. Esau cried for the blessing because he knew the father's blessing removes struggle from your life. Esau cried for the father's blessing because he knew the father's blessing protects. The father's blessing lifts you to a different level. It lifts you to a greater level. The father's blessing sets you up for a life of prosperity and success. The father's blessing brings protection and direction your way. Esau had this knowledge. He knew that he cannot survive without the father's blessing. And so he cried and he sought his father for the blessing. Maybe you're asking, I don't have a biological father. What am I going to do? I want you to know that you're not left out. God has put in place a system of fatherhood. He is a God that believes in fatherhood. He has put this thing in place. Number one, he gives himself, or God avails himself as a father. When you read Psalms chapter 68 verse 5, you see he's a father to the fatherless. When he taught the disciples in the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 9 concerning the Lord's prayer, he said, "Pray like this, our Father who art in heaven." And so God himself gives us a father in the name of God. He is God, our Father. And then number two system that God has set is the stepfather system. The stepfather system is also very important. There's a woman by the name Queen Esther. She had a father called Mordecai. Esther chapter 2 verse 7 speaks about it, how Mordecai took in Esther because Esther was an orphan and raised Esther as the child of the house. And she grew up to be a queen. If you read, you will realize in the book of Matthew, the Bible speaks about Jesus also being raised by Joseph. Chapter 1, he was raised by Joseph. Joseph was a stepfather to Jesus. And it's important for you to understand stepfathers are there. They are sent by God. They are very, very important in our life. If you have one, cherish. Then number three, we have the foster father system. The foster father system is where one adopts you. Like Moses. Moses was raised in this system. Acts chapter 7, I guess, verse 21 speaks about it, how Moses was raised in the system. Pharaoh the daughter of Pharaoh took him in and then raised him in the corridors of power. And he grew up in it. It's important for you to also understand it is also the system that God relates us with. If you read the book of Ephesians, I guess, the Bible speaks about God adopting us. He has adopted us. So it is the same system that we are enjoying as Christians. We are enjoying this by what? By the power of adoption. Then it's important for you to understand the other system is the father-in-law system. The father-in-law system is very important, and Moses also speaks about it. He enjoys it because the father-in-law made him to lead the children of Israel in the right way. It's called the father-in-law system. And then we have the spiritual father system. The spiritual father system is where you have a spiritual father over you, leading you and guiding you. Now, my father was not there. My biological father was not there. He was an absentee father. They separated with my mother. But guess what? When I met my spiritual father, life changed for me. I was able to plug in back to the father's blessing. And Bishop David Morathi has always spoken blessing over my life because he's my spiritual father. You need this system because when you have a spiritual father, there are things that happen your way. Number one, it's important for you to understand you need to honor them. Then number two, you need to believe in them. Believe in them. Have faith in them. Don't criticize them. Have faith in them. Number 3, if you have a biological father that has wronged you and he's no longer there, please forgive him. Forgiveness is very important. That is what I did for myself. I forgive him. And when I forgave him, my spiritual father's blessing started working in my life. Understand this. There is no father that is very perfect. We can make mistakes. They can make mistakes. It's only God alone who is perfect. So walk in forgiveness. And when you walk in forgiveness, understand this thing. When you have spiritual fathers, please embrace them. Embrace the systems that God has set your way. So if you don't have a biological father, in this season, I want to tell you, embrace this system. And God is going to bless you in a great and a mighty way. Have a father's blessing over your life.
So that's it. Next week, we'll be joined by another guest who will help us understand how to navigate and successfully overcome the absence of a biological father. To take the journey of life with us, join our online community at Safarini with Judy Mzungu Hakula, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd like to hear your comments and your suggestions. Safari Njema.